You are watching the Eternal Beauty Skin and Laser channel, and this month we are introducing you to our second great laser machine that we have just purchased. It's called the Icon, and it's made by the Cynosure company. It's a great machine, and as this interview unfolds, you will see the many ways it can help you to correct things on your body that you may be unhappy with. Tonight we have a beautiful model, and our nurse Jillian will explain the first procedure of the four procedures that we can do with this machine. Jillian?
Yeah, so first we're going to do a little demonstration of laser hair removal, which is one of the things this machine offers. And typically a client will need about 6 treatments, but that does vary by individual. And I already have her prepped with a little bit of Lux lotion on her underarm, and we're ready to go.
Okay, so we are going to put our eyewear on, and Jillian is going to show us how this procedure works. And Jillian, we are going to be removing hair from her underarms, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
So what's unique about this machine is it has something called a melanin reader. So what this does is it reads the melanin in a client's skin and gives us a custom setting based on your skin tone.
So Jillian is now testing her melanin so that she can appropriately adjust the settings so we don't burn the patient.
Okay. And this will Bluetooth to the machine.
Now we're ready, and Jillian is going to begin treating her underarm to remove the hair.
I'm first just going to do a little bit of pre-cooling here. This has a very cold tip, kind of feels like an ice cube, and this maintains a 5 degrees Celsius in temperature, so the skin never gets too hot. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. How'd you do with that?
Fine.
So as you can see, this is very tolerable and comfortable for the client.
How are you doing, Stephanie?
Yeah, it's fine. You can barely feel it. Barely at all.
That's it. As easy as that. So we have just seen Jillian removing hair from the patient's underarm. And now Jillian is preparing her second underarm.
We'll just do a little pre-cooling here. This just gets the skin nice and cold. Makes it very tolerable. This is the Maxar, yes. So this is the hair removal handpiece.
Okay.
So she will start noticing less hair growth in about 7 to 10 days.
Okay.
So it's important to remember that a laser isn't a razor. You're not going to see your hair gone instantly. And with each treatment, we can effectively treat about 10 to 15% of the hairs.
And before the treatment, the patient shaved, which is why you weren't able to see her hairs. But the top of the hair follicle is just under the skin, and the light of the laser targets the color in the hair, and that's how we're able to destroy it. So Jillian just used the handpiece to laser her second arm so that we were able to laser both of her arms. And now Jillian is going to show us how she can use the IPL handpiece to help a patient. So now I am going to speak to our beautiful model and patient, and she's going to tell us what it felt like to have her underarms treated with the laser hair handpiece on the Icon. So how did it feel? What was it like?
It was fine. I barely felt anything. Just like a little tap.
Like a rubber band sting?
Not even that much.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you recommend this treatment?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then when you think about the amount of hair that you're going to lose with just one treatment,
Yeah.
what would you say to someone who has concerns about pain, for example?
Oh, yeah, no, there's absolutely no pain involved. I mean, there wasn't for me. Not even like a rubber band. It was nothing. So.
Well, thank you so much for being brave, being beautiful, and for giving us your honest feedback.
Thank you.
And now she is going to introduce the second handpiece to us. And which handpiece are we going to go to now, Jillian?
We'll talk about the Max G, which is our IPL.
Okay, so now Jillian is going to change out the piece that we just used to remove hair and change it out for the IPL handpiece.
Yes.
Thank you, Jillian. So, Jillian, what type of treatments would we use the IPL machine, the IPL handpiece for?
So IPL is going to target reds and browns on the face and chest area. So we're able to treat things like freckles, sunspots, age spots, and things like rosacea or facial veins and facial capillaries.
Okay, so now we are going to show you the IPL handpiece. We've just switched out the handpiece that is used for lasering hair and attached the IPL because, like I said earlier, this machine comes with 4 different handpieces to treat 4 different conditions. So, Jillian, this is the IPL handpiece. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, so this is the Max G. This is one of the best IPLs on the market. It has a unique patented technology called photon recycling, so it does not lose power when it fires. And the Max G is excellent for treating reds and browns on the skin. So it goes after freckles, sunspots, age spots, and also reddening in the skin like flushing, rosacea, and little facial veins and capillaries we're able to treat with this handpiece. So it's a really excellent treatment.
And since her model is so beautiful and her makeup is so perfect, we are not going to actually do a treatment on her, but if you want to show the movements that you would use when you're doing a treatment, that might give people an idea of exactly how it's done.
So, of course, we would all have appropriate eyewear on. And this tip gets very nice and cold. So that is one of the features that makes this a more tolerable treatment. But essentially, it just does little pulses.
Okay.
And the client will notice a bright flashing light, even if the eyes are closed.
Do you have to overlap it?
Yes, so we do about a 20% overlapping of
Okay.
each pulse, depending on what we're treating.
Right, so this way you don't miss any areas.
Correct.
Okay. And this IPL can be used on the face, neck. Can you use it on other parts of the body?
So we would actually switch hand pieces. We would go to the Max YS, which is one of the 4 hand pieces that goes with that, and we would use that for the chest and body areas such as the arms or neck or anything like that.
And what specifically are we targeting on those parts of the body with that handpiece?
So same, reds and browns. A lot of people will end up getting freckles here or reddening, discoloration they're unhappy with, and we're able to diminish that with these treatments.
So we've covered 2 of the handpieces so far. We've done the hair removal, which we demonstrated doing her armpits, and now we've done the IPL. Is there anything else we haven't covered that we can use the IPL to treat?
So the YS is going to kind of be a form of the Max G and the Max R, because we can also treat lighter, blonder hairs with the YS as well as pigment on the body. So the YS is kind of a cousin to the Max G and the Max R.
So most laser hair machines, you run the danger sometimes of not setting it right and you can burn people. But one of the beautiful things about this machine, one of the many great things, is you actually have a meter that will check the person's skin type and automatically set it so that we won't burn the patient and they will achieve maximum results. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's not always necessarily about burning the client. Of course, we want to avoid that, but it's more about getting the effective settings for that person's skin tone. So with the melanin reader, the client's going to get a more effective treatment and a safer treatment.
Great. All right, so I guess now we can go to the third handpiece.
Okay.
And which one is that?
That's going to be the 1540.
Okay, so now we're going to switch out and attach the 1540. and then we'll tell you about that and how it works. And now Jillian is going to explain the third handpiece, which is the 1540 fractional handpiece, and tell us exactly how it can treat you if you have these concerns.
Yeah, so the 1540 fractional is a non-ablative laser. It's used for skin resurfacing. We are also able to treat stretch marks with this handpiece, scars, and acne scarring.
And we have successfully treated some scar patients. So tell us how you treat scars with it.
Yeah, so the 1540 handpiece actually puts little pillars of coagulated tissue underneath the skin, and that then stems off new skin cells, renewing the skin. So that allows us to treat things like scars, stretch marks, acne scarring, and even tone and texture of the skin. So it's basically renewing the skin.
Great. So besides stretch marks, scars, and everything else that you've mentioned, does it do anything else?
Well, a lot of clients choose to get this treatment for anti-aging purposes. It does a beautiful job of resurfacing the skin and just giving you a clearer complexion and stimulating a lot of collagen. So you're kind of able to turn the clock back a little bit and have younger, more youthful skin.
Wonderful. Which parts of the body can you use that?
So depending on what we're treating, we can almost use this handpiece anywhere on the body, especially when we're treating things like scars and stretch marks.
All right, great. So now we've covered 3 of the handpieces that comes with this icon that's manufactured by Cynosure. So the fourth handpiece, we're not going to attach, but you'll tell us about it, right, Jillian?
Yeah, so that's the Max YS, and we kind of touched on that a little bit earlier, but that handpiece is sort of the cousin to the Max R and the Max G. We're able to treat pigment and then lighter, finer hairs with that handpiece. And when I say pigment, I mean on the body. So the chest, the arms, the hands, that's the handpiece we would use.
You don't use that one on the face, though.
Correct.
Okay.
Unless we were treating lighter, finer hairs on the face, but we would probably avoid using that if we could on the face.
Okay. Thank you so much. Anything else we need to know about the machine? Because now we've covered the entire machine.
Well, what's really great about this machine is that it's a platform laser, and we're able to do so much with one machine and really customize settings for each individual client based on their skin tone. And Cynosure always delivers. You get an amazing result, and it's just a beautiful laser.
So come in and see us. I'm sure that we have something to offer almost everyone. And I will turn this interview over now to Seppi. So Seppi, do you want to tell us what specials we're offering this month?
Yeah, so we're offering 15% off of every Obagi products that we have. If you buy 40 units of Botox, you are getting $75 off of any Skin Medica products.
Thank you, Seppi. Thank you, Jillian. You guys are always exceptional. And once again, we just want to remind you that last month we introduced our new machine, the Sculpture, which is our fat burning machine. We can destroy belly fat and love handles in 25 minutes. And so we'd like to encourage you to be one of the first 10 people to call our clinic and schedule an appointment to get $250 off the treatment. And also remember, at the end of the treatment, which lasts 25 minutes, in 6 weeks to 2 months, the body breaks down the destroyed fat and it's discharged through your lymphatic system, and you will see a huge change where the fat was. So give us a call or go to our website and schedule an appointment to come in and take advantage of this great offer. Thank you, and we will see you next month.